Study Section 7. Index Numbers. Introduction. Every human makes use of index numbers whenever we are trying to measure average change or differences in groups of variables, as well as to compare series of numbers of vastly different sizes. It is a way to standardize the measurement of numbers so that they are directly comparable. In other words, the primary purposes of index numbers are to provide a value useful for comparing magnitudes of aggregates of related variables to each other, and to measure the changes in these magnitudes over time. This study session will focus on index number and the types of index number comparison. Learning outcomes for study section 7. At the end of this study section, you should be able to explain the basic principles of construction of index numbers, explain types of index numbers comparison, construct price relative and simple aggregate price index number. Definitions of index numbers. Index numbers can be defined and described in different ways and according to subject areas. In economics, it is defined as a device employed in an attempt to measure the magnitude of economic changes over time. It is also used for international comparison of economic data. In statistics, it is defined as a statistical measure designed to show changes in price, quantity, or value of a group of related items over a period of time. The most familiar type of index number is the price index. The Consumer Price Index (CPI) traces the period movement of retail prices. It is the most widely quoted and used of all the index numbers. This is because it is a measure of change in prices of all range of goods and services regularly consumed. It is accounted as the cost of living index. It is mostly employed in the measurement of price in inflation and changes in cost or standard of living. The quantity index, on the other hand, measures changes in the amount of goods produced. The National Bureau of Statistics (NBS) normally releases data on the CPI and the quantity index for production of some industries. The essence of these indexes is to provide average measures of changing output as related to industries. Moreover, a value index reflects the combined movement of prices and quantity of goods and services. This is, however, considered of less importance in practice since the price and quantity indexes can be obtained separately with necessary conclusions drawn. Index number can be constructed also for geographical location, income, profession, etc. Index number is mainly used in business and economics. It can, however, be applied in many other fields. There are various other specialized indexes such as Wholesale Index, Production Index, Nigerian Stock Exchange (NSE) Index, CTSL Index, Dow Jones Industrial Average Stick Performance. We also have indexes such as the Wages Index, Unemployment Index, and so on. Also, private research organizations publish indexes of interest to the business community that measure consumers' attitude or economic trends. Types of index comparison. Since one of the major uses of index numbers is for comparisons, below are some types of comparisons. 1. Comparison across time periods. The most popular price index numbers measure average prices in succeeding time periods. For instance, the National Bureau of Statistics (NBS) publishes the Consumer Price Index on monthly basis. As an example, the CPI for the month of June will compare with the previous month, May. To establish a 1-month price change, it will also compare with June the previous year to establish a 1-year or 12-month price change. The same comparison for 3-month, 6-month changes can also be made. 2. Comparison of geographic locations. A comparison can be made between the Southwest and the North, or between Lagos and Abuja, or Ibadan and Kaduna. Such index could compare energy consumption between Lagos and Abuja. Also, an index of wages could assist in comparing the cost of locating an automobile factory either in Ibadan or Kaduna. 3. Comparison of population group. In this case, retail prices could be computed on how they affect individuals and families. Construction of index numbers. It is important to consider the following points when constructing an index number. A. The definition of the purpose for which the index is being compiled must be clearly stated for data to be collected. B. The choice of the base period. C. The choice of the weight. Summary of Study Section 7. In this study session, we have been able to learn the 1. The index number as a way to standardize the measurement of numbers so that they are directly comparable. 2. Index numbers can be defined and described in different ways and according to subject areas. 3. In economics, it is defined as a device employed in an attempt to measure the magnitude of economic changes over time. It is also used for international comparison of economic data. 4. In statistics, it is defined as a statistical measure designed to show changes in price, quantity or value of a group of related items over a period of time. This is the end of Study Section 7. Thanks for listening.